Hello everyone. If you've been following along, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi. This is day 5 of our unforgettable Dolomites adventure. But before we jump in, don't forget to check out the previous vlogs. Day 1, our late night arrival filled with excitement and anticipation for what was ahead. Day 2, our first full day exploring with an incredible hike up to Seceda, strolling through Odyssey, and ending with a magical sunset at Santa Magdalena. Day 3, a dreamy morning at Alpinn Restaurant, lunch with stunning views of the Sassalongo Group, and that Dolomites air we just couldn't get enough of. Day 4, we tackled one of the Dolomites' most legendary trails, where the peaks rise like sentinels, then unwound at the tranquil Lago di Braies. Let's jump into day 5, which starts with one of the most iconic lakes in the Dolomites. We started our day at Lago di Braies, also known as Pragser Wild Sea, and yes, it's just as breathtaking as the photos. The water was like glass, reflecting the surrounding mountains and pine trees perfectly. Just nature showing off. When we arrived at Lago di Braies, the first thing we noticed was the line already forming for the iconic wooden boats. It's beautiful, of course, but with the wait and the time we had, we decided to skip the row and take the scenic route instead on foot. If you're planning to visit, here's a tip: come early. Even in mid-June, the parking lot was nearly full by mid-morning, and the crowds build up fast. Before starting the trail, we stopped at the Lakeside Cafe for a quick coffee. With the mountains mirrored on the water and the cool air around us, it was the perfect way to ease into the morning. The hike around the lake is a loop about 3.5 to 4 kilometers and super doable. It takes around an hour, maybe a bit more if you stop for photos. And trust me, you will. The first section is wide and flat, hugging the lakeshore. As you get further, the path narrows, weaving through the forest with some stairs and rocky sections, but it's all manageable. What makes this trail magical is how the lake changes with every turn. The reflections, the light, the colors. It felt like walking through a painting, one that shifts with every step. The water, in places, is this unreal shade of emerald green, almost glowing in the morning light. On a still day, the reflections are so clear you can barely tell where the mountains end and the lake begins. Pine trees line the trail like a soft green curtain, and you'll catch little moments, the crunch of gravel under your boots, birdsong echoing through the valley, the occasional breeze brushing across the surface of the water. And even with other hikers around, it still feels peaceful, like the lake is somehow holding the noise at a distance. It's one of those places that stays with you, not just for how beautiful it looks, but for how quiet it makes you feel inside. Next, we had a lunch reservation at the incredible Alpinn Restaurant, perched high on Kronplatz.
Turn right onto Strada Frenna. Continue for 4 kilometers.
To get there, you can't just drive up. You'll need to take the Kronplatz 2000 cable car, which adds to the experience. The restaurant is a culinary and architectural masterpiece, part of chef Norbert Niederkofler's vision of Cook the Mountain, a philosophy focused on sustainability, regional ingredients, and elevating Alpine cuisine to something truly special. And oh my god, this amazing view! From inside, you're surrounded by floor-to-ceiling glass, looking out over a sea of Dolomite peaks. It honestly feels like you're dining on the edge of the world, floating above the mountains, with the landscape pouring into the room. The setting is just as unforgettable as the food. We had a colorful carpaccio of seasonal vegetables with seeds and an herb dressing, crispy polenta chips, rich salmon, flavorful beef, and some of the best pesto spaghetti we've ever had. That carpaccio, I still dream about it. The flavors, the freshness, it was unforgettable. Honestly, everything was fantastic. We just had to skip dessert to make our next stop in time. Right next to the restaurant is the Messner Mountain Museum Corones, one of the 6 museums created by legendary mountaineer Reinhold Messner. The building itself is a stunning piece of architecture designed by Zaha Hadid with panoramic views of the surrounding peaks. Inside, it's all about the culture of mountaineering, the connection between humans and the mountains. And Messner's personal story, he was the first to summit Everest without supplemental oxygen, and he's climbed all 14 peaks above 8,000 meters. definitely worth a visit if you love mountains or adventure history. After catching the cable car back down, we drove to Cortina d'Ampezzo, a charming alpine town surrounded by towering peaks. We took a stroll, soaked in the atmosphere, and enjoyed a relaxing coffee to wind down the day. The next morning, our last day in the Dolomites, we made one final stop before heading to Venice for the night. We visited the dreamy Lago di Carezza, known for its crystal-clear water and magical colors. It's easy to access with parking just across the road through a short tunnel. The reflections of the Alpinn mountain range on the lake were the perfect farewell gift from the Dolomites. That wraps up our time in the Dolomites, a place that completely stole our hearts with its dramatic landscapes, incredible food, and unforgettable experiences. If you enjoyed this vlog, give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the final part of our Italy trip. A special 24-hour adventure in Venice before flying back home. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this journey with us. See you in Venice.